All right, sitting ourselves up nice and tall in the center of our chair, trying to stay away from the back of the chair because we're going to engage our core as we begin to warm up. Let's go ahead and begin with shoulder rolls. So let's roll those shoulders back, rolling that back and back. Good. And then let's go ahead and roll those shoulders forward. So rolling that forward. And let's go ahead and shrug our shoulders up towards our ears. Just give it a nice big shrug and then gently release that down. Let's do that again. Shrug that up and then gently release that down. And one more time, shrug that up and then gently release that down. Good, let's do one arm at a time. So let's go ahead and take our right shoulder, shrug our right shoulder up and then roll that shoulder down and back. Let's do it on the left side. So shrug that shoulder up and then roll that down and back. Right side again, shrug that up. Now we're gonna roll it forward. This one's a little more awkward. Oh, take that forward. Let's go left. Shrug that up and roll that one forward. Good. Roll them both back and roll them both forward. Very nice. Go ahead and shake that out. Let's begin to drop our chin down towards our chest and try. And now that our shoulders are a little warmed up, maybe we can relax our shoulders away from our ears. So trying to imagine that our arms are super heavy. Maybe we can find a little bit of stretch in the back of that neck, base of the skull, tops of the shoulders. And then let's lift our head center and take our eyes to the ceiling. Good, let's go ahead and drop that chin back to chest. And then eyes lifted to the sky. And then chin back to chest. And eyes to the sky. One more time, drop that chin to chest. And then eyes to sky. Good, bring that head back to neutral. Let's go ahead and look over to the right. Thinking about our chin going over towards that shoulder. And then to the left, same thing, chin over towards the shoulder, trying not to move our shoulder to our chin, but trying to really use that neck here. Ooh, if there's any tension. Good, bring that back to center. Let's look to the right again. And then let's look to the left again. And we'll do some half neck circles here. So let's drop our chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder. Chin back to chest and left ear to left shoulder. So taking these nice half neck circles here. We're still sitting up tall in the chair. It's part of our core warm up, just having to sit here away from the back of the chair and sitting up tall. That is huge. Good, just taking that from side to side. Very nice. Go ahead and drop that chin back to chest. Lifting our head center, we've got our hands on our thighs. If you want, you can have your fingers facing inwards. Let's go ahead and round our spine here. So we're gonna do, it's a baby seated cat and cow. So we're rounding our spine here, and then let's go ahead and arch that back here. So let's go ahead and round that, and then arch that. And round this, and arch. Oh yeah, that feels good. And around that, and arch. Good, and then bring that torso back to neutral, back to a nice tall torso, that wonderful posture. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up, nice big sun breath. And then exhale it down. And inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it down. And inhale and sweep this up. Let's take that right hand, drop it to the side of the chair, reach ourselves over. So reaching that over, lengthening through that left side of the body. Feels really good. Good, let's inhale this up. And then let's drop our left hand to the left side of the chair, reaching that right arm. Lengthening up through that right side, reaching up through that and breathe. Good. Inhale and lift this up. Let's clasp our hands at the top, press our palms towards the ceiling, and make some space here. So lengthen it up even taller. So sit ourselves up super tall, and let's add in that sigh breath. So that big deep breath. Let's inhale it deeply here. And big sigh out. 2 more times. Inhale it deeply here. And exhale it out. And big deep inhale here. And then that nice exhale, sigh out. Good. Keep our arms up. I know it's a little challenging. Keep those arms up. Keep our arms up. Keep our hands up. Let's take our legs over to the left side, or right side of the body, or right side of the room. Hands are going to go to the top of our chair, and go ahead and use that top of the chair and your arms as leverage for our first actually big spinal twist. So you can twist deeply into this, as deep as feels good to you, especially using that leverage. And let's breathe it here. So let's do it. Big deep inhale. And then an exhale. One more time. Nice big deep inhale. And then a big exhale here. That's good. Very nice. Let's reach those arms back up. Let's take our legs back to center. And then let's go ahead and take our legs now to the left. I want to go to the left today for some reason. Keeping our arms up, and then let's go ahead and take our hands, and that feels good. Take those hands to the back of the chair. Use the back of the chair as leverage to twist into this as deeply as feels good for you. You can even, in this one, you can even go to that comfortably uncomfortable place. Just don't go to pain. Don't twist yourself too deeply that you get pain. You just, that comfortably uncomfortable, or this just feels really good. Let's breathe it here. 2 big deep breaths. Let's inhale it here. And exhale it out. And again, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Excellent. Good. Let's reach those arms back up. Bring this back to center. Now, take our arms out to the side. We see them out of our peripheral vision, our palms facing up. Let's make some fists. Roll our knuckles in towards our wrist, and then go ahead and roll this into that exaggerated bicep curl. We're going to do a bigger seated cat and cow now, and adding in our arms. So let's open this up. We've got that back arched. Feels really good too. And then let's go ahead and round this, elbows together. Good. Let's inhale and open. And exhale and round. 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 Good. Back to neutral. Lengthen up through that torso. Bring our arms back. Now, instead of bringing our arms just down to our sides, let's take our hands and either reach for the back of the chair or clasp your hands behind you. And it goes right into that nice chest opener here. So a very opposite of what we were just doing with that rounding. Got that chest opener, shoulder opener. If you've got those hands clasped, maybe a little bit of bicep, tricep here. If you're holding on to the back of the chair, same thing. Good, let's look to the right. And let's look to the left. Head back to center, drop our chin to chest. Lift that head to center. Bend at our elbows. Take our hands over to right waist, and let's go ahead and squeeze that elbow back, thinking about our elbow going towards our midline, so our spine. Elbow going towards that spine. Good. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. Same thing, elbow going back towards that spine. Very nice. Feels good for the shoulders today. Good, good. And then release that. Go ahead and shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And again, inhale and sweep this up. and exhale out. So let's go into our seated sun salutation. So place your blocks where you want them if you're using blocks. You don't have to use blocks. If your flexibility is good and you can place your hands on the floor or on your shins, then do that. Do what works for you. I like to use the blocks because I just like that extra movement. I like that extra stretch that I can get with those blocks and the support of the blocks. So sitting ourselves up nice and tall, let's inhale and sweep our arms up, and let's exhale, dive it down and over. A nice forward fold here. If you need space between your belly and thighs, if you want a pillow or blanket there, you can always feel free to have that there. If that helps support, because sometimes that can support your low back. If you've got some low back stuff going on. Hands on blocks or floor or shins. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen right here. So we'll get a nice long spine. Our glutes are trying to stay rooted into the chair. As our spine is lengthening, as our arms are lengthening, our neck is lengthening, crown of the head is lifting towards the ceiling or kind of at an angle in front of you. And then let's go ahead and relax this into that forward fold. Let's inhale and lengthen. And then exhale and release. Again, inhale and lengthen. And exhale and release. One more time, inhale and lengthen. And exhale and release. Good, inhale and sweep our arms up nice and big. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Let's press our right hand into block and take our left hand to our lowest rib and twist open. So kind of leading with that elbow as we twist. So elbow is kind of twisting our torso open. Ooh, feel that and breathe in this twist. We're going to do this 3 times on each side with a different lever. Our arm is going to be at a different height each time. Good. Let's go ahead and release that. Good. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold this here. Press our right hand back into that block again. This time we're going to lift that arm halfway up. So arm is lifted halfway. Ooh. And you kind of have to focus on your shoulder here, especially stopping it from going up, because I know we're used to going up or we're used to staying down, but stopping that right there, but still keeping our glutes down and still doing that minuscule little twist of our torso, of our abs and our back. Ooh, arm gets tired. Release that. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And exhale, dive it down and over. Now we're going to go to our biggest lever here. Let's inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Right hand presses into that block again. And this time we open all the way up. Ooh, that feels good. And breathe it here in this big shoulder opener, big spinal twist opener. Breathe it. I can feel that in my front ribs. If I breathe big enough, I can feel that really good opening. If you're like, I'm not feeling it, maybe breathe a little bit bigger. Good, let's release that. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold this here. This time we've got our left hand pressing into that block. Let's take our right hand to our lowest rib and lead with that elbow to try and twist that open. Oh, man. my back rib cage, especially on this side. Wow. And breathe. I don't know, it never ceases to amaze me. Good, and release that. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's keep that left hand pressed into that block again, and now halfway up. So you kind of got to work on just holding that keeping that shoulder lifted, but at the same time, you're getting a little bit of a minuscule torso twist here, trying to keep both of our glutes down. Woo. Yeah, and then that one, start to feel it in the shoulder and the neck. Good. And then go ahead and release that and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold this here. Again, take that hand, left hand, and this time we got that big twist open. Big arm, big torso twist, and breathe. And use that big deep breath to try and imagine that you can get each of those ribs, that rib cage, each of those ribs open. Good. And then release that. Ha! Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. And release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Let's bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Holding here, hands to heart. Sit ourselves up nice and tall. Maybe a little more at the front edge of your chair. Maybe not, just depending on where your center of gravity is. Sitting ourselves up tall, let's inhale deeply here. And as we exhale, we're going to hinge and do a twist. Oh, spinal twist to the left. That means that our right elbow, right tricep is trying to get to that left thigh. Press those palms together and enjoy this. Ooh, that feels really good. Breathe it here. My torso, my rib cage is enjoying the twist today. Good, let's bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands back to prayer and then bring those hands back to heart and sit ourselves up tall again. We're going to twist to the other side this time. So let's inhale it deeply. As we exhale, let's go ahead and hinge and twist to the right. So that left, this side, that left elbow is getting to that right thigh, pressing palms together, a nice seated twist, and breathe. Woo. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Good, and bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. And then exhale and release that. Roll ourselves up, roll our shoulders back. Very good. Move those blocks a little bit off to the side because we've got our lower body now. So we're gonna go ahead and do our legs. Let's go ahead and lengthen through our legs. If you're doing a single leg, then you've just got that right leg out. We're gonna lengthen through our legs. We're not sitting up against the chair yet because we're going to do our very hardest. We're going to do our staff pose right here. 3 breaths. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. One more time, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Release those arms down. That makes my arms tingle into the air. Like, keep those legs out. We've got our legs out still. I know it's very hard, and we're still not sitting against the back of the chair. So you can be holding on, or you can be hands to thighs, but we've still got those legs out. Let's do hamstring curl, leg extension, keep our feet super flexed. So curl it in and extend. There's 8, curl it in and extend. There's 7, curl it in and extend. There's 6, curl it in and extend. There's 5, curl this in and extend. There's 4, curl this in and extend. There's 3, curl this in and extend. There's 2, curl this in and extend. That's it. Good. Hold this here. Point the toes, flex the feet, point the toes, flex the feet, Point the toes and flex the feet. Now, release our left leg, scoot ourselves forward even more, lean it back, but try not to get to the back of the chair yet. Bring that right leg up and let's go into a single leg boat pose right here. We've been adding this in and this has been pretty challenging, especially for that hip flexor and that core. And let's breathe it 3 times here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Inhale deep and exhale it out. One more time, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Release that and go ahead and lengthen through that leg and let's bring ourselves forward. So let's bring that right ankle to that left shin and hinge this. Oh. So it's the widest piriformis stretch that we're going to do yet. It's the beginning of our figure 4. So we can start that right there with that. That's good. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and bring ourselves back to the back of the chair. And we can bring our right leg in and give this a nice big hug. Oh. Let's take that left arm, wrap that around that right leg and twist to the right. Oh, that big hug. That feels good on that hip flexor. And then let's go ahead and wrap that right arm and then let's just twist to the left. Very nice. And bring this back to center. Give that a nice big hug. Let's go ahead and take that. We'll go into our big piriformis. Take that ankle, right ankle to that left thigh. Sit ourselves up, and you can be sitting against the back of that chair. Well, actually, let's go ahead and find our hinge first, and then we'll sit against the back of the chair and add in that breath. It is one of those days where, wow, I do not know what I did. But what did I do different in life that made it so tight today in that hip? Good. Very nice. All right, sitting ourselves up nice and tall. We're going to add in that breath and we're going to add in that hinge forward. So let's inhale it deeply and exhale and hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale and hinge. That's all I can do is just like laugh. That's all I can do. And it's good that the laugh is helpful too. Good. Let's inhale it up tall. And exhale and hinge. We'll do one more breath like that. Inhale it up tall. And exhale. Hinge. Oh, goodness gracious. And then let's release that. Good. Let's go ahead and take that heel to the left corner of the chair into our half shoelace. So now let's wrap that left arm back around that right leg and twist that again. Twisting, twisting. Good. And then twist that towards the inside. And then go ahead and bring that back to center. Give that a nice big hug again. Oh, that feels good. And then let's release that. Good. Shake that out. All right. We've got the other side. So we find ourselves in our staff pose again. So let's lengthen through legs, lengthen through arms, flex through feet. 3 breaths here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And a deep inhale here and exhale it out. And big deep inhale here and exhale it out. Wonderful. Let's release those arms down and hamstring curl, leg extension. Let's curl this in and extend. There's 8. Curl this in and extend. There's 7, curl this in and extend. There's 6, curl this in and extend. There's 5, curl this in and extend. There's 4, curl this in and extend. There's 3, curl this in and extend. That's 2, curl this in. And we're gonna hold our extension here. Good, point the toes, flex the feet, point the toes, flex the feet, point the toes, flex the feet, and point the toes, and flex the feet. Good, hold that here. And then you can release that right leg, scoot ourselves forward, leaning back, but trying not to get the back of the chair. Left leg is lifted, and let's boat pose here for 3 breaths. Inhale it deeply, and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply, and exhale it out. One more time, big deep breath. And exhale it out. Woo. Let's go ahead and lengthen through that leg, take our ankle to our shin. And pinch that forward. Woo. Good. That big piriformis stretch right here. And now we can scoot it back. Release that, scoot it back. And you can go to the back of the chair, and you can also hug your leg. Yeah. Let's go ahead and wrap that right arm around and twist it. And then go ahead and twist it to the other side. And center. All right, full piriformis. So take that ankle to that thigh. Whew. Sit that up and hinge that forward. So finding our hinge, that space right before our shoulders start to round. So making sure that we keep that stretch going right there into that hip flexor, maybe your glute, feeling it outer glute. Wow. All right, let's add in that sitting up against the back of the chair. Let's add in that breath. So let's inhale it here. As we exhale, let's hinge it forward. And inhale it up tall. Exhale and hinge. Inhale it up tall. And exhale and hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale and hinge. Good, we're going to do one more time. Inhale it up nice and tall. And exhale and hinge. Good. And then release that. Let's go ahead and take our foot to the right corner of the chair. So left foot to that right corner. And for that half shoelace, let's wrap that right arm around that left leg and twist. Don't forget to breathe here. Do as big of a deep breath as you can, because that will release. If you've got anything going on in the hip, the glute, IT band, hamstring, and that low back for sure. Good. Let's go ahead and twist it to the other side. So twisting that to the inside. Very nice. And then give that a nice big hug once again and release it. Good, shake that out. All right, let's go into our supported crescent. So let's take ourselves over to the left side of the chair, getting our right leg, that left side of the chair, and I need to move my chair forward. Let's take that left leg behind us. That heel is lifted. Right leg is in front of us, nice 90-degree angle, just like we would be doing a crescent without the chair. Back heel is lifted. And go ahead and reach up through that. And because we have the support of the chair here, feel free to work on that little slight back bend that you possibly can get here. And breathe. I am like racking my brain. I'm like, what did I do yesterday that would like, wow. I'm feeling all my muscles, all of them. Good, let's go ahead and take that right hand, drop it down, reach this over. Get that nice lengthening from our fingers, and it's working all the way down through our torso, down into that hip flexor, down into that quad. Reach up through that, such a good stretch. Good, and then let's go ahead and take both of our hands right there to our hips and do a spinal twist here. Maybe you're able to look back at your calf or your heel, or maybe you've got your eye gaze looking up, back. So whatever feels best for you. But it's also a good idea to look back at that heel and make sure that your foot is staying flexed and that this back leg is not falling asleep. That it is working, just like when we get to our pigeon part. We want to keep this back leg active as much as possible. Very nice. Let's bring this back to center. Go ahead and give that right leg the whole seat of the chair. Let's take our left leg off to the side. So now we've got our center stretch. So we're going to reach up through the center here. That feels good too. Lengthen up through that. And then let's go ahead and take that right hand back to the right side of the chair. And let's lengthen over. And now it's that lateral stretch. Feel that one. Yeah. From those fingers all the way through the side of the body, all the way through the side of the leg, all the way down to the heel or the toes. And breathe. Good. Let's go ahead and windmill this arm down. Reach that other arm over and breathe it here. And then release that. And now we're going to go into that pigeon. So shifting that weight, squaring those hips forward. And just like we did with the crescent, we want to make sure that this back leg is active and stays active. It's really easy to just forget about it. Keep our heel lifted, keep our toes pressed, nice active leg. Reach up through those arms. Very good. Maybe you're getting a slight back bend here as well, maybe not. And then let's go ahead and forward fold it. So either on those hands, on those elbows, or fold it all the way forward. And I like to have my hands on the blocks. And just saying that reminded me because I was letting that back leg go. Keep that back leg active, 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 and breathe. Good. Let's lengthen back up through this. Reach back up through our arms. Very nice. And then go ahead and release that. Let's take it into warrior legs and warrior arms. So it's our supported warriors. So we'll take that right leg off to the side, left leg back behind us. And we've got, just like if this chair wasn't here, so that left foot is slightly inwards, that right heel is lined up with that arch of that left foot. Yep. And then let's go ahead and take our arms out nice and strong. Torso is strong, legs are strong, neck is strong, but face is relaxed. Very, very proud warrior here. And breathe. Good, let's drop that back arm. Take our palm up, peaceful warrior. And then let's take it into side angle. So let's take that arm to thigh, reach that other arm over. Side angle pose. Good, bring ourselves back up into warrior two, and we did this last week. We're gonna practice it today too, warrior one. So everything stays, bottom part stays the same. We just turn that torso and lengthen up through our arms. Oh, yeah. Right there, that hip. And breathe. Breathing it, breathing it, breathing it. Very nice. Good, back to a warrior two, back to a proud warrior. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and release those arms. Oh, good. Very good. Okay, let's take everything over to the other side. Wow, my hip flexors are gonna work out today. Okay, so we've got that leg behind us. Right leg behind us, left leg is on the seat of the chair. Nice 90-degree angle here. Let's lengthen through that. We've got this supported crescent, and let's reach up through that. And again, you can work on that little back bend here. Let's take that left hand, drop that down, reach this over. Good, let's go ahead and take hands to hips and get that twist right here. And again, you can look back behind you, maybe making sure that that leg's not falling asleep, or the eyes can be a little bit taller, looking back behind you. But just enjoy this twist here and breathe. And we're going to bring that back to center. Woo. Good. Let's bring that left leg up onto the chair, giving that left leg the seat of the chair. Take our right leg off to the side. And let's go ahead and lengthen up right here through the center. It always likes to cramp up on me. Good. Lengthen through here. Very nice. Let's take that left hand down again and reach over. It's a nice lengthening from our fingers all the way down, that nice lateral stretch down to heel or toes. And then let's go ahead and windmill this and reach this over. And breathe. And don't, and breathe as I hold my breath. Keep breathing. Good, release that. Let's go ahead and turn ourselves into our pigeon. Keep our back heel lifted, toes pressed into the floor. Lengthen up through those arms. Yeah. Really reach up through that and breathe that here. And then let's go ahead and find that forward fold. So either on those hands, on the elbows, or all the way forward. But remember, back leg stays active. Toes stay pressed. Leg stays active. Good, let's lengthen back up through this. Ooh, reach back up through that. Lengthen. And then release that. Good, let's go ahead and go into our warriors. Find that left leg off to the side, right leg back behind us. And again, same thing with that alignment. Heel lined up with that back foot arch. Right foot is slightly inwards. So we've got that really, really nice warrior stance. Face is relaxed, but then everything else is working here. So neck is strong, arms are strong, torso strong, legs strong. Good, nice stance and breathe. Good, let's go reverse warrior. Drop that back arm, take our palm up and reach up through that peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. And then let's go ahead and bring this into that nice side angle. Arm goes down, other arm comes up and over. And breathe. Bring ourselves back up. Ooh, very nice. And now warrior one. So lower body stays the way it is. Let's turn that torso. Turn those arms. Nice warrior one. Wow. You might want to, I need to bring my foot in a little bit, that front leg, front foot might need to come in. But that alignment is still the same. That heel is still trying to line up with that back foot arch. And breathe. Good. And then let's open this back up into proud warrior. And then release that. Good. Good job. All right, wide legs. Let's go ahead and do that wide leg opener. So we've got blocks to the inside. Let's go ahead and take our right hand to that right block. Let's twist this open. That feels very good. And breathe. And let's inhale and sweep this up center. Let's take our left hand, drop that left hand down. Keep that right arm open. And breathe. And then go ahead and release both and do kind of you've got both your hands on blocks. And we're gonna do, it's just a little bit of a, you've got your elbows into your, into those inner thighs, into the knees. Just a seated forward fold here, wide leg. Very good. That feels very good too. So supported hip opener. So it's like a giant supported frog. So your glutes aren't having to go all the way down and we are supported. So that feels really good. All right, go ahead and release that. Shake that out. Let's take those blocks out in front of us and we're going to go into our, we're going to begin to stand it. So we're going to go into our first standing forward fold. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Let's dive it down and over. Feet are planted into the floor. Hands are pressed onto our blocks. And let's go ahead and lift our glutes up off the chair. So we've got our nice standing forward fold right here. Lengthening through our hamstrings. Trying to flatten our feet as much as possible. So big toe, little toe, heel, pressed into the floor. Hands are pressed into the blocks. Let's go ahead and do a nice flat back here. So nice tabletop, looking forward. And then release that. Let's take a seat back in the chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Strong feet into the floor. Let's lift our glutes up off the chair. So standing forward fold. And just enjoy this forward fold. Let those legs lengthen right here. Let's inhale into a tabletop, flat back. And then exhale. Release that. Go ahead and take a seat back in the chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Good. Press our feet into the floor. Let's lift our glutes up off the chair. Standing forward fold. Very nice. Let's fold the standing forward fold. at a tabletop. Inhale and lengthen, nice flat back here. And exhale and release. Keep ourselves in this standing forward fold. Our head has been low, so let's take it slow as we lift it all the way up. Let's inhale and sweep this all the way up. And then cactus our arms back as we exhale. Good. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Nice standing forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale, dive it down and over. Good. Relax this here. And now we're just going to roll it up one vertebrae at a time until we are in a nice mountain pose. So rolling this up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. Nice mountain pose here. And roll our shoulders back. Very good. Now we can go ahead and move this chair. And let's go ahead, keep our seat of our chair. And let's take our right leg and take our right leg up onto the seat of the chair. And let's go ahead and press our left heel into the floor. And let's do a little bit of a hip flexor, hip opener. Just a stretch right here. Goodness gracious. Yep. Stretching through that. Very nice. And you can keep yourself lifted, or if you want to work on going a little bit deeper into that, you can. You can put your hands on the seat of the chair. That's why I love using the chair. You can use so many different levels here. Whatever works for you. You can even be here if it's not working for you to be shifting forward today. We're going to stretch our hamstring now. So let's go ahead and shift our weight back, press our heel into that seat of the chair and bend at that left knee. So now we get a really good hamstring stretch, leg stretch, glute stretch. And then let's go ahead and release that. Good, shake that out. Let's take it to the other side. So let's bring our left leg up. And same thing on this side. Trying to get as deep on this side, deep into the stretch as you did onto the other side. So if you were just able to get up here on the other side, then maybe keep that here for now until you can get the same amount of stretch on both sides. But we've got that right heel pressed into the floor. We've got our left leg up. And we are stretching into that and breathing into that. Remember to breathe, especially if it's super tight. Like for me, it's super tight where I'm like, it's almost like, you know, getting hit with a blast of cold air, or like you jump into some cold water and you're like, that's what it feels like. But try and go away from that instinct to hold your breath, breathe. Good. Let's go ahead and sit this up and shift our weight back and get a nice hamstring stretch. That knee is bent, right knee is bent, stretching through that left leg. And then bring ourselves up. Since we have our chair here, let's do a supported half moon. So let's go ahead and take our, we're gonna walk close to the chair. Let's take our left leg, press our left leg into the floor. Let's press our left hand into the seat of the chair, or you can use the back of the chair. And then let's go ahead and lift our right leg up, and let's lift this up. And we're just gonna hold here for a few breaths. Hold here, yes, in this nice supported half moon. Working on our balance. I love it. I love that we get to use the chair here. And not only balance, but strength. You are having to strengthen the glutes, the back, the leg, the thigh. You're having to use a lot of strength here to have that leg lifted and to hold it. Let's do a few more breaths here, a few more breaths of holding. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling it in my standing leg too. Good. Let's go ahead and release that. Shake that out. Burn, Bernie, burn. Okay, let's take it to the other side. And then we're going to take it down onto the ground. So don't worry. We're almost done with the standing stuff. Let's take our right hand. So right foot, right hand, press that into the chair, and let's lift and open on this side and breathe it here. And again, standing leg might be burning, lifted leg might be burning, it all might be burning. Very normal, because you are having, this is strength. You are strengthening here, not only stretching, but strengthening. And that balance, wow. I can feel it. I can feel the difference on this side. This balance is a little bit off. And breathe. Couple more breaths here. And then go ahead, release that. Ha! Shake that out. I don't know about you, but my hips, my glutes, a little bit on fire. Okay, now let's go ahead and take it down onto our backs, and we're going to go into our shoulder stand, our supported shoulder stand, and we'll go into our final relaxation. So grab whatever you need for that. If you use an eye pillow for your relaxation, but for our supported shoulder stand, you'll need your block or stiff pillows, whatever you use to support your sacrum, your low back. And you need your chair. So let's scoot nice and close to our chair. Let's take our legs up onto the seat of the chair. Scoot ourselves close, and let's take our block right underneath that sacrum for support. We didn't do this last week, so I'm excited to do. I love these inversions. I love the modified shoulder stand. And if it's not available for you to do this with your legs like this, you can always scoot yourself up against the wall and put your legs up against the wall and lift your legs up if your legs need support. It's up to you if you want to have your palms facing up or palms facing down, just depending on your shoulder mobility and what you're working on. But we're going to go ahead. We've got our block underneath the sacrum supporting that. And let's go ahead and lift those legs up. And you can find stillness here, or you could be pointing and flexing, or you can be rotating ankles, or you can bring feet together, or you can bring legs apart. So it's just whatever you want. This is whatever you want to work on with your legs in the air. Love this. And breathe it. And I've got my palms facing up, so my shoulders are rotated open. That feels really good for me today. And breathe. You can even, if it feels better for you, you can even be pulling those legs down towards your torso, towards your head, into more of a plow, if that feels best. Or you can alternate. You can have your legs straight up and then move them into a plow, one leg at a time into a plow. Just depending, or again, stillness. It's all good. This is your time of restoration. Just like in our regular practice, in our traditional yoga practice, where we use our downward facing dog for a restorative pose to restore and renew before we start to move into other poses. This is very much a restorative pose too. So if you're ever like just feeling off, you can, whatever you're doing, you can just plop yourself down and put your legs in the air. Not in public or anything. But if you're at home and you're like, something's going on with my nervous system, something's going on where I feel out of control, I just need to do something different, then maybe just doing a shoulder stand can be very helpful. Just having your legs up in the air, doing the opposite of what you're doing all day long, where your legs are below your head. Now your legs are above your head. It can be very revitalizing, renewing. It can help change that mindset a little bit. And of course, that breath always is helpful. Good. I know we've had our legs in the air for a little while. You're doing really good. A few more breaths here. And let's go ahead and release one leg, release the other leg. Let's take our right ankle, place it onto our left thigh. Go ahead and press that inner thigh away, pressing with that right hand, press that inner thigh away. And then release that. Let's switch sides. Take our left ankle to that thigh, press that in thigh away. Very nice. And release that. And we can take that block out from underneath us. We can scoot that chair. And we get to move into final relaxation. You did it. You have made it to the end. Very good. Go ahead and grab, if you got that eye pillow, placing that eye pillow over your eyes. Let the darkness and the heaviness just feel really good on your face. Let's lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room. Reach through our fingers, through our arms towards the other end. I like that through those arms. Adding an inch or two to your height. Right here. Really reach. Maybe reaching right, reaching left. Good. Oh, that feels really good. Let's take a big deep inhale here. And with an exhale, allow yourself to sink, to settle. Let those feet just fall open. Arms maybe open. And just relax. Begin to quiet everything, to slow everything down. Slow that breath down. And just a few moments to recombobulate yourself. Maybe a body scan. Just recognizing, oh, that tightness, it's not there anymore. Or that anxiety, it's lifted. Or there's still some tightness. Or just recognizing what your body is feeling, where it's feeling it at. Possibility of why. And maybe letting it go for a few moments. Relax your jaw. Relax your face. Trying to release any tension in those places where we hold tension. Usually the neck, the jaw, the low back, the hips, shoulders. Breathe deeply. Still relaxing. Let's go ahead and bend our knees and tuck our tailbone under so that maybe your low back can press against the floor. You can, even if it feels good to you, if you could stay relaxed, or you could even kind of windshield wiper those legs a little bit. That feels good. Oh. Let's drop both of our knees over to your most comfortable side, taking yourself onto your side for a breath or two right here. And breathe. And then nice and slowly, let's begin to press ourselves up and lift ourselves up, bring ourselves up into our seated pose. Whatever seated pose feels best for you. A strong seated pose where you can lengthen, where you can be lifted. Good. Let's inhale and sweep those arms up. Bring our palms together and exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Good, lift that head up to center. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and the sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply and exhale. And one more time, one more breath. Inhale it deeply. And big cleansing exhale. And have a blessed rest of your day. We will see you next time.